Hey, welcome. So, we all use AI assistants these days, right? But have you ever really stopped to think about what makes them tick? What's the difference between a simple chatbot and a tool that can, actually book a flight for you or crunch some data? Today, we're going to pop the hood and look at the two crucial parts of any powerful AI assistant: the engine that provides all the raw brain power and the car that actually gets it somewhere useful.
It really all boils down to this one question, doesn't it? It feels like straight up magic when you ask for the weather and it gives you a real-time answer, or you ask it to do some complicated math and bam, it gets it right. How does it reach outside its own little world of words to actually interact with our world of tools and data? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack.
Okay, so our journey starts with the absolute core of the whole operation, the powerhouse at the center of it all. We can think of this as the AI's brilliant mind. And this is the part you've probably heard about a million times: the large language model, or LLM. So what even is an LLM when you strip it all down? You can think of it as a spectacularly powerful text completion machine. Seriously, you give it the beginning of a sentence, and its entire existence is geared towards one single goal: predicting the most likely next word, and then the next one, and the one after that. It's an absolute master of language and patterns, but by itself, that's pretty much all it does.
To really make this stick, let's use an analogy that we'll come back to. Imagine the LLM is a brilliant new intern. And I mean, this intern is a genius. They've read every book, every article, every website ever. They are a master communicator and can write literally anything you ask. But they're just sitting in an empty room. No phone, no computer, no calculator, just pure knowledge and language skill, and nothing else.
All right, so we've got our brilliant intern. But how do we get them to do more than just finish our sentences? The very first step is to teach them how to interact. We need to upgrade them from just being a word predictor into a real conversationalist.
Now check out this distinction because it's super important. A raw LLM, our intern, would just complete your thought. But a chatbot, a real one, it needs to remember what you said 5 minutes ago and what it said. It has to understand the whole back and forth flow of a real dialogue. And this is where we introduce the first piece of equipment for our intern, a basic harness. Just think of this as a manager stepping in to give some simple instructions. The manager takes the chat history and labels every part. This is what the user said, and this is what the assistant said. By feeding this structured script back to the intern, the LLM starts to learn the pattern of a conversation. It's a simple little trick, but it's absolutely crucial.
Okay, great start. Our intern can now hold a conversation. But what about solving complex problems? We don't just want a quick answer. Sometimes we want a really well-thought-out one. And that brings us to our next upgrade: teaching the AI how to think before it speaks.
This step is so cool. The manager now tells the intern, hey, listen, it's okay to work things out on paper first. You can scribble down your thought process, your inner chatter, and then just give me the clean final answer. The system actually learns to separate its own internal reasoning from the polished response that you, the user, actually get to see.
Now for the biggest leap of all. Our intern can talk, they can think, but they're still stuck in that empty room. This next upgrade is the real game changer. We're going to give the AI hands so it can actually interact with the outside world.
So the real harness, the powerful one, it's all about tools. We're giving our intern a calculator because, fun fact, LLMs are surprisingly bad at basic math on their own. We're giving them a live web search to get up-to-the-minute info. We're giving them a browser. This is how they finally break out of that empty room, and suddenly their potential just skyrockets.
So how does the intern ask for these tools? Well, it learns to speak a special tool language. Instead of even trying to do the math itself, it's taught to output this very precise coded request. Think of it like filling out a work order form. It says, I need the calculator tool, and here are the exact numbers to multiply. The harness, our manager, reads that order and gets right to work.
And this just illustrates that whole process perfectly. The intern, our LLM, asks for a tool. The manager, the harness, gets the request, goes and uses the actual calculator, and then brings the result, 10,794, back to the intern. Then and only then does the intern take that factual number and weave it into a nice, helpful, conversational answer for you. It's this beautiful little loop of language in action.
So once you have this powerful engine and you have this system for giving it tools, well, you can build pretty much anything you can imagine. This brings us right back to our car analogy. The LLM is like a standard, super high-performance engine. But you can put that same engine into a race car, a big delivery truck, or a family minivan, all depending on the job you need to do.
And that is exactly what's happening right now. A coding assistant is just an LLM engine with a harness full of programming tools. A data analysis platform, same LLM engine, but with a harness that connects it to spreadsheets and statistical software. Each one is a totally different car, built for a very specific purpose, but under the hood, they might share the exact same engine.
So look, if you take one thing away from all of this, let it be this right here. A truly useful AI assistant isn't just the LLM brain. It's the powerful combination of that brain and the harness, that whole system of tools and rules and connections that gives the brain hands and lets it actually do stuff in the real world. It's the engine and the car.
And that brings us to the end. We get it now, right? The two key parts. The LLM engine is getting more and more powerful every single day, for sure. But the real, wild innovation is now happening in the design of the car, the harness. It really makes you wonder, with this amazing framework, what incredible new tools, what new kinds of vehicles for our minds are just around the corner?